Hi, I'm Adrian Lopez-Balbontin. I'm the director of Nice Work If You Can Get It. It's the summer musical here at Lyric Arts, and exciting things about it. One, it's a regional premiere. No professional company anywhere in the Midwest has done it, so we're the first. That's great. Two, it's probably one of the perfect summer musicals that you could do. It is a musical based on the Gershwin brothers' music, Ira and George Gershwin, and a book was created where the story takes place in 1927 Long Island, New York. A story revolving around a philanthropist, playboy named Jimmy Winters, and he's about to get married for probably the fourth, maybe fifth, who knows how many times. And he's kind of trepidatious about that. Nonetheless, going forward, at the same time, a series of three bootleggers are crashing a party, his last night's bachelor party. One thing leads to another, and the whole then play moves over to a manor in Long Island, where love happens on many different levels. One of the things I'm excited about this show, if any show, is, I think of three things. I think of why we want to do the show, whose point of view is the show is about, and the last one I kind of think about why the title of the show. So if we go back to the title of the show, Nice Work If You Can Get It, that nice work really evolves around love. Perfect, great thing for any musical, but especially for this one. We always think about our lives moving around and focused on what I have to do for myself, what I have to do to make money, what I have to do to be successful. But the title of the show does revolve around love. Secondly, the point of view. What's fun about the show is it's not just one person's point of view about love. It's many different ones. It's Jimmy Winters, it's Billy, who is a woman who is the lead bootlegger, and her point of view of love. It's some of the henchmen who are bootleggers' point of view of love. It's Jimmy's new wife's point of view of love. It's some of the elderly statesmen and women and their points of view. And we see that all come together in a way that makes for really not only a comedy farce, but really something that's poignant and touching. And I think about that, and I think about why we do that now. 1927 New York, or America, they call it the Roaring '20s, and for good reason. It was a time of innovation and excitement, and this is kind of French, but the joie de vivre of life. And people were up and at 'em, on the balls of their feet, ready to move America forward, move their lives forward. Financially, the country was doing fantastic. We were economically growing in all kinds of ways, and also finally artistically, there was so much combination of different artistic forces that brought people to a place where they weren't afraid to be brave in what they were going to do. And so that's where you have new fashion styles, new dance moves. Music was transitioning into jazz in a way that was becoming part of the core of what people were excited to listen about. And when we get to the summer and we open the show, what better way to celebrate that than to do a musical where you're going to come in, you're going to watch it, and you're going to leave giggling still from all the shenanigans that happen in the show, but also the music that's being played is going to make you want to dance, not only in your seats, but when you get up and leave. And I really, truly believe that is, in musical theater, that's the art form at its best, where people leave and they're still vibrating from the music and the story and the fun that comes from sitting in a theater. And I like to think of this musical not a jukebox musical. It's not Joe DiPietro took a book and fashioned it and then plugged in Gershwin tunes. I really like to think of it as the opposite, that the Gershwin brothers looked at the 20s in a whimsical kind of fashion, and DiPietro saw that, took that music and fashioned a story around it. And that really is at the core of what I want to do with this show, is really remember that in this art form, music comes first. And so I'm excited about that, excited about the designs that are going forward to make that happen. And I'm really excited about coming forward and doing the auditions in the coming weeks. I'm wanting to have people in this production that want to have a great time. That when we start in mid-May and rehearse, and then we open in July, it's just a blast. From getting to rehearsal, to leaving, to going home and wanting to come back. Because that kind of passion, that kind of energy in creating this together is what I want the audience to feel. And it's really easy when you have really good material, and that's what we have. So I'm excited to see people audition and bring, and not only their comedy chops, but their voices, and also their dance abilities, and seeing how all that can come together and really not only make probably one of the most, I think, brilliant farcical musicals in the last 10, 15 years, but one of the ones that surprisingly has a lot of heart. And at the end of the day, if we leave together as a creative community that provided a time and space where we had fun, created a show that is whimsical, like the Gershwins wanted, and also made sure we did it with heart, I would consider that a huge success.